All right. I can see we have some guys here already. Oh, so we're done with the first phase of it. For those of us that were here, so we ran into some network problems. So sorry. All right. So I'll just run through what we've actually done so far. We've spoken a lot about dropshipping and how it works really. Okay, so I'll just go back and say before we jump onto where we are. So this webinar is all about dropshipping business model and how to get started. I feel it's actually one of the best uh, business model you can find in the world. Okay, so why I call it one of the best in the world is because you practically don't have to do too much. Much world is they've got retail businesses making thousands and thousands of dollars yearly in revenue. Okay, it's really crushing. Okay, the likes of Shame, the likes of Walmart, the likes of when you come to Nigeria, the likes of Jumia, Konga, these guys are killing it. All right, so making a whole lot of money from this thing, and it's actually it will keep growing. Okay, so the best we can do here is tap into what they are already doing and take advantage of it to actually benefit ourselves. Okay, so it's very, very important. So the dropshipping business model is basically a fulfillment model where it gives you the opportunity to purchase, to buy things from suppliers and manufacturers. Okay, you buy from them and they get to complete these items. Okay, you don't have it in hand, you don't have it anywhere. Okay, the only thing you did was basically you went to your supplier or your manufacturer's website, you pick up the products there, you insert it to your store. Okay, let's say the product there is okay, so you pick that same product, you put or to your online store, and you sell it for $150. Okay, remember you're getting it from your manufacturer for $50, and you're selling it, you're retailing it on your store for $150. So what it means is that you're making $100 from a product you got for $50 without upfront payment. Remember, you didn't pay for this product upfront. Interesting, and that's why it's super easy. Something that as a beginner you can get started with it today and almost start earning. You don't need to wait for so long before you making money out of this thing. It's super easy. Okay, so having said that, uh, how does see how do we get started? Okay, I've had a lot of people ask me these questions. I've been talking about dropshipping. I've been hearing about it as well. But how do you really get started? How do I get started with this thing? How do I milk everything you've been telling me? Okay, so this webinar is to actually break down, okay, the pros, the cons, the everything basically to give you an overview. Okay, because in as much it's super easy to join or super easy to start, you still have to be careful so that you don't run into let me say legal issues. Okay, you don't run into legal stuff, and you get when maybe copyright products, you don't run into copyright or trademark issues. Okay, you have to be extremely careful here. All right, so how do we get started? The first thing we need before when we get started with dropshipping is a mobile phone or a laptop, preferably a laptop, maybe a personal PC. Okay, that's the first thing we need. We need our personal computer. Okay. When we get our personal computer, the second thing here is we need an online store. Okay, like I explained earlier. Somebody comes to you, purchases an item, okay, and you pick up the money, you send to your manufacturer or your supplier, okay, at a markup cost. All right. And your manufacturer or supplier actually ships the products for you. So looking at inventory that's warehousing of these products and logistics is taken away from you. You don't have to worry about that. All you have to worry about is getting them to your store, marketing. That's the only thing you need to worry about, really. And that's why the business is so viable. You have to put in the work. You still have to understand basic marketing. Okay, because without basic marketing, you might not really even make any sale. Okay, so that's also very, very important that we do that. So we have our store now. So we can actually get an online store from Shopify, from WooCommerce, from Wix, and some other guys like that. Okay, super easy. We have our store set up. So the next thing here is for us to find and hustle our suppliers. Okay, we need to identify suppliers that are, number one, reliable suppliers you can actually work with. You don't want to be working suppliers that is always running out of stock all the time. We want suppliers that are dependable and suppliers that can actually guarantee us fast shipping. Okay, so we have different suppliers from all over the world. We have from China, we have from the European Union, that's the EU. We have from the US as well. Okay, and I will explain in detail what dropshipping from different suppliers can guarantee us. So if you're dropshipping from an EU and United States supplier, this will guarantee you, like it will guarantee your customers super fast shipping. Okay, which is so many percent. I think which is also super helpful to guarantee your customers super fast shipping. So shipping from the US and from America can sometimes be between 2 to 5 days. Okay, super fast. Your customers get their goods like between 2 to 5 days. But if we're doing it from Asia, let's say from China or from Japan, that can actually take some time, minimum of around 2 weeks. Okay, so that's the pro when you are shipping from China and the United States. Okay, when you're working with suppliers and manufacturers from that part of the world compared to China. China shipping times are usually longer. Okay, but one thing the Chinese supplier and manufacturers will guarantee you is competitive pricing. Okay, I have to dive deep and see, like, okay, reason why are products from China a little bit cheaper from products from the EU and the United States. Okay, so one of the basic reasons for that is because of cost of production. Okay, I discovered that. Okay, so I always advise beginners to go for products from China. Okay, your store is new. Okay, one of the things you can actually get started with, like one of your basic punchline or match line that you can actually get customers is when they come to your store and they see that your pricing is quite like competitive. Okay, because when you're getting something, maybe you're getting a dress from a Chinese supplier for around $5. Okay, so what you can just do is maybe because I always advise people to add at least 2.5%, no, like 2.5 times what you are getting from your supplier. So you have it for $5. You can place it on your store for around $15 or $12. Okay, because you're actually taking into consideration your marketing expenses and also the expenses of actually maintaining your store. All right. So when you do that, somebody comes to your store, the purchase is made. So how can you do this? Instead of going back and forth to your supplier to actually pick the product there, we have softwares that can help you do all this. Okay, we'll call them dropshipping automation software. Okay, so this software is basically they help you in finding winning products. Okay, you can just sync your store to these softwares. They help you in finding winning products. They also help you in doing product research. They also help you in fulfillment. Okay, some of them, like the likes of AutoDS, help you to fulfill. So basically, you don't even have to do anything, because one of the issues here, we don't want to keep products from your supplier. Your supplier has 1,000 pieces of it. Okay, but when you were able to sell, your supplier was like at a check from your supplier and actually helps you update your store. Okay, so that's basically what those automation to use for do for you. So when you do that, basically, so the next concern here will be marketing. Okay, marketing is also very, very important. Based on the fact that for dropshipping, you are not concerned with inventory, neither are you concerned with shipping of these items. But one of the so you're basically concerned with customer service and marketing. Okay, you need some level of basic marketing idea to be able to run a proper or a successful dropshipping business. Okay, so how do we market our products, really? Okay, for those of us that understands marketing, you agree with me that marketing is an art. Okay, and marketing is something that rules the world, really. If you understand marketing, I seriously feel you understand the world, because marketing is an integral part of everything we do. Okay, so we have different ways of marketing our products. We have the traditional marketing, and we have core digital marketing. Understand some basic marketing because I've been in the field for some time, but it's not that tedious in a way that we can just actually run marketing campaigns to our products, like social media marketing, targeting. I always advise people, okay, targeting the big five, talking about the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, set up campaigns targeting these guys to our store. Or we can actually do what we call search engine optimization to drive traffic to our store, or we can run basically Google ads. Okay. Also do a whole lot of stuff that will just drive traffic to our store. So the goal here for us is that we should make sure that purchases are made from our platforms. Okay. And proper marketing can actually guarantee us that. Okay. So this actually brings me to my last and final slide, where I'm actually here to make an announcement. Okay. Looking at the whole process, having an online store is, it takes some level of resources from you, okay, to have a proper stable online store. Okay, we're talking about having a store from Shopify. You might be spending as maybe, so actually operate your store, you can be spending at least $10 to $15 per month. Okay, and if you are having an automation software like likes of AutoDS that will help you process the whole thing, that might cost you an additional uh $20 to $30 per month. That's already like $40. Okay, and that also is excluding marketing, the marketing part of it. Okay, so I had this webinar last year or early this year where I found out a whole lot of persons were interested in running an automated dropshipping business, but I think some persons had issues with the point of entry. Okay, people, some persons feel that it's something they cannot afford. Okay, at the time. Okay, and we are actually here to make sure that these things are super easy. Okay, we want to make sure people scale as fast as they can in the shortest possible time. So we have a platform called the AzuDropship model. Okay, so the AzuDropship is an automated dropshipping platform that helps you. It provide a store for you for completely free. Okay, so with the AzuDropship model, you won't necessarily have to go start looking for ways to create a store. AzuDropship model helps you with that. It also helps you with